Hi, class. This is Mercedes, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I learned on doing this assessment. And I'm wondering, as you went over your assessment, who are you? Oops. So after I did my assessment, my husband and I, we actually sat down and did it together, just to have fun and see, what our personalities were like. I ended up fitting in the area. My letters are the ISTJ, and I'm also right here, the ISFJ, which I thought was interesting. I do see myself as both of these, having both of these characteristics. I didn't think I would fit under this category, so that was surprising when I saw the results. And my husband, he actually also fit under the same category. So I see our similarities and our, qualities that we don't share. And I thought it was just interesting that we both tested as the very same thing. Okay, so there's a few combinations that were shared with us in our video, our instructional video, and I thought that was interesting. Again, I didn't agree with my outcomes, but it's an assessment. I have a few siblings, and I did take a consideration into maybe some of our personality and quality traits. And I could see that probably one of my brothers and one of my sisters, and my sister, probably would fit under this group, the artisans. And then myself and my other brother, ideally, or I would have thought, under an idealist or a rationalist, that would have been the area that we are. But I turned out to be down here as one of the schedulers. I never really saw myself as being that coordinated or being able to move a group and keep a group moving, but I guess some of my outcomes came in stronger in that area. I don't totally agree with the assessment, but because I do think that, us as human beings, we're a lot more complicated than than being able to categorize us. I think there's times, moods, upbringings, situations that can really affect the decision making or the way that we act in regards to a certain situation. There are some people who are a little bit more predictable than others, or consistent. And then you do have others that surprise you all the time by making different decisions and leaning either one way or the other. So I don't completely agree with it, but I think it could be a useful tool. So in the workplace, there's a lot of different personalities that we work with, and I just put a little image here of all the different, people that we may come across, and so it could be useful, something like this, in the workplace, because we go to work every day and we're, dealing with all different types of personalities, and if you're needing, and this is probably something that my manager did, we recently moved into a new building, and he constantly was moving one person from an office to another to another. And maybe that I'm kind of realizing maybe he was trying to take in consideration, our personalities and other things like that. And the example that Dr. Sundstrom gave was even on the submarines with a close proximity and being in such a confined space like a submarine, it could be useful. So it's just interesting. I did enjoy taking the assessment and seeing the outcomes. One thing I thought was interesting in the TNF, I ended up actually going 50-50, so that was neat, and that's what I described earlier, that I fit in the ISTJ and the ISFJ category. So I'll probably share this with some of my students or my clients that I work with. I think it could be interesting so they can learn maybe just a little bit more about themselves and see how they interpret their results. So thanks again for watching my video and have a great weekend.